Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You know what time it is. It's time for the Algo News. You're a day late and Algo short because this is actually yesterday's Algorand news. Hit hashtag Algo News if you're on Twitter. I am, of course, at Real Monty Allen, and I am your crypto nerd. Let's get going. This is rapid fire today. So, Goren Foundation announces they are excited. Of course they're excited. They're always excited to make these announcements. They just come so fast and furious. Sometimes we get like overload, I think. It's hard to keep up. But Login ID is now a partner, and they have been awarded a grant. So we take a look at Login ID. Login ID is really bridging the gap, it says down here below, bridging the gap between gathering information and keeping it safe, basically, right? So what we want to do here is make sure that people's information, their identity is safe and easily accessible in the right situations. It can be authenticated, it's private, it's quick, it is easy, it's portable. You can take that information with you and grant access to the people who need it, right? So Login ID, I think, is really helpful, and something like this is going to come up in the near future, right? Not just come up. I mean, obviously it's here already, but it's going to become like mainstream, bridging the gap around authenticating users and securing their information. So lots of folks have something like this, right? We've got the passports, for instance. Latin America has some vaccine type passports. That's a start. We've got the entire medical record industry in a couple of smaller island nations is on blockchain using Algorand. I think these are important steps towards that future that we are looking for, where the information is just easily accessible. Right now, I don't know about you, but my information is not easily accessible. It's difficult to track down all of that. All right, up next, we've got Algorand breaks virgin ground and Mafia war over olive oil. This sounds like it might be a made-up caption, right? But no, there's a Mafia war over olive oil. If you're not familiar with this, take a look at it. It's actually pretty significant. The Mafia, and it's targeted for illegal activities. The olive oil industry is very, very lucrative. Look, Mafia Algo. Yeah, I love that you're playing off that. We love olive oil. They didn't have anything to do with that. There you go. Shout out for at Mafia Algo. All right, the actual article over here on Yahoo Finance talks about Italia Olivicola, the largest consortium of olive oil producers. Look, over 250,000 members of this group. And really what they're using are NFTs. So this is certification, authentication as an NFT, certified as verifiable. So we're not getting any fake olive oil pushed into there. So it's helping keep the transportation lines clean, clear, concise. There's a record, what's real, what's not real. Using NFTs to authenticate is an interesting topic. Now, I've seen some real, some NFT JPEG type, art, and there's been some faux, projects that are out there, right? They're imposters. Now, as long as everybody knows what the NFT authentication, the address is and what the certification looks like, then we're in good shape. Everything is, depending on how they verify this, it's still, they can still find a way to sneak some olive oil into wherever they're sneaking it into, right? You got to have both ends of the system. So if they produce this NFT, you got to make sure you're checking for that NFT at the back end of the system. I'm sure they are. They're smart about it. But it's a really interesting way to use NFTs. There's a lot of companies out there working on supply chain management as well through the blockchain. So they've got aspects of that as well here. All right, next up, Abrizio launches an eco-friendly NFT marketplace and white label NFT solution on the Algorand blockchain. So I'm interested in this white label solution. So does that mean we're just going to get a ton of these? Anybody with a little bit of money could start up their own NFT marketplace. Now, I don't imagine that this is going to be used for, just like a mass market. It's not going to be like an AB2 or something like that. But I think it could be used for private collections or private systems. So let's say you have sports tickets. So let's say that you are StubHub, and StubHub trades tickets. What if all of a sudden the ticketing system moves over to NFTs, and their pictures, they're right now they're just pictures of those tickets, right? So what if they were able to, in some way, shape, or form, convert those tickets that they have into NFTs, and now they have an NFT marketplace for StubHub, specifically for sports tickets, event tickets. I could see something like that coming to fruition with this type of white labeling. So StubHub, if you do that, I need some royalties. All right, next up. So Skippy. At Skip Magnificent. That's a great name, Skippy. I think I featured you on here before, but Skippy put out a tweet. He's like, hey, at Real Montian, at YLDY Finance, can we get a pool for Planet to earn YLDY? Hey, I'm all for this, right? I think that the Planet tokens need some more functionality. I think it would be interesting to have that on there. And let's see what happens. I know Tiny Man is also coming. They're going to have some pools. Let's see what happens here. I think that YLDY is probably being cautious when they're opening these up, and they probably got a very well thought out plan. I have no idea if Planet is involved in that. I'm not officially any part of the YLDY team. I just enjoy the heck out of some YLDY content. We've got some more coming up here as well. I've had a few interviews with that group, and I've been lucky enough to cover them. Big fan of the YLDY team. I think that token, by the way, I don't often talk about a value, but I think that is easily a 10x project from where it is right now. It's already 3x from where I got into it, and some of those ICO folks, higher multiples. I think it's easily 10x from where it is now. Anyway, we are all over CNBC this morning. So earlier I saw like a ticker where they were pricing out Algorand comparatively to, in the same context as Bitcoin's, going over 50K. They were talking about the 30-day moving average. Like here they were talking about the 50-day moving average. Algorand is getting significant coverage on CNBC in the last 48 hours. There have been 3 or maybe 4 mentions, which is fantastic. My friends who are not crypto, enthusiasts are asking me about Algorand because, sometimes I wear my Algorand shirt. I got my Algorand coffee mug. They're wondering like, hey, Monty, what's that? All right, now they see it in someplace else. It's about to be game on. So I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of game on, we've got Opulous app making news with Lil Pump. So he made this announcement that they are putting out their next single. You will be able to have royalties earned through the Opulous system. So I think I saw somewhere in here he was going to have Lil Jon. No, not a Lil Jon. Oops. No, who is that? Lil Pump? Lil Pump. Who's doing Soulja Boy? Ooh, don't get mad at me for messing that up. I don't even see it on here anymore, but it's Soulja Boy. I just remembered. All right, so Soulja Boy is going to be like a guest performer, I think, right? Featuring artist, something like that. So we've got artists with name recognition, despite the fact that I messed up the name. We've got artists with name recognition who are now putting out PR, about Opulous, and you can stake right now Opulous on YLDY. Now, first, before we get to that, though, hey, the YLDY team is looking to hire. If you are a senior designer, I don't know. It says Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, hybrid. I don't know if that's a hybrid, like work from home, work there. I don't know what it is. But if you're a senior designer in Australia, go check them out, all right? They're hiring. Now, let's talk about their staking pools. So yesterday, this YLDY Opulous staking pool actually got up above 30 for a little while. Let's hit the refresh button and see where they're at right now. So I have reallocated. I was strong all YLDY to the YLDY Algo, because of the higher APY. Now Opulous has this slightly lower APY, but it's a limited time only. It's only 80 days. So at only 80 days, I'm thinking, well, all right. I think it's worthwhile, especially because you look at the speculative nature of the coin that you are earning as well. Now, earlier I said that YLDY could 10x. I still believe that 100%, but I'm just greedy enough where I want some more Opulous. So I have restaked a sizable amount into the YLDY to the Opulous portfolio here. A lot of people ask me what the divination is, how much I divide up. Anyway. It's just a sizable portion of it. And I think that Opulous itself, the way that they have rolled out, they have worked with YLDY, has gone very well. Same thing for Smile Coin. So I want to get some more Smile Coin as well. I think that their roadmap that they put together with the onboarding through YLDY, and they really got some traction pretty quickly. They're on CoinMarketCap now. The Smile team did some things really, really well. They're on here. They're in a 23%. I also want some more Smile. So 53 days left in that. I like these short term. It provides a little bit of urgency and kind of gives a little bit of air support, I think, to the they want additional coverage, I think, early on. So there you have it. All right, governance. So it's not too late to do the governance. If we go to these underfunded, I've been watching these underfunded wallets for some reason. I'm just wondering how many of these are going to get back to where they need to go. Look at this, 132,000. It's underfunded right now. So let's get those wallets back up to where they need to be, so that you are aware. Then you've got to kind of self-regulate a little bit and make sure you hit those deadlines and don't miss out on those rewards. Last but not least, Choicecoin update. So yesterday, Choicecoin put out an update. Really, the most important thing here, I mean, obviously Choicecoin making progress. They've kind of been on the roadmap, and they've been following along. They've been making releases. They've been doing things. They use the heck out of the hashtag algonews. Thank you guys. But also, they have a lot invested with that Tiny Man liquidity pool situation. So Tiny Man due out any time now, as their website says. I think it says soon, right? Tiny Man, not very, very, very difficult to get the Tiny Man pinned down to some official timelines there. It's just coming soon, but I feel like it's very, very soon. I announced I think last week I thought it might be like Monday or Tuesday. Obviously that didn't happen yet, but it could be tomorrow, could be today, could be next Monday or Tuesday. It's gonna happen, what I think is relatively soon, meaning in the next week and a half. That's what I would think. Anyway, so I'm excited to see more staking pools for liquidity. Choicecoin is obviously going to be there. What's going to happen with all of these other ASAs that really haven't traded much, haven't really had a marketplace? Is there going to be a lot of movement that happens there? Is it going to be very volatile? How long before it settles down? These are interesting questions. So I say just watch it. If you want to be aggressive, if you want to play in that, I encourage folks to not use more than you can lose. Be cautious there, because I bet it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster when some of these markets first start opening up for the Algorand ecosystem. But these markets, these are going to be huge for us. So overall, we've just been lacking in something like that, somebody that takes over. You've got exchanges all over for the Ethereum system, for blockchain in general. You've got a lot of activity, but Algorand hasn't had that really mature, exchange type scenario where anybody can get in. And for a lot of folks, that's their access point. We got MEXC, but there's really only a few options there. If we've got some that are dedicated to Algorand, I think that is going to boost up a lot and bring in new fiat. So that's what's really going to pump up the values that everybody is wanting, right? And when you bring in new fiat, whether or not it's from bridges where you're bringing in NFTs, you're bringing in other coins, or exchanges where you can pull in some new fiat, I think that new money is going to help that ecosystem. So there you have it. I hope that you do well today. Thanks for watching. Keep a lookout. We've got more coming from myself, from the KryptoNurd Queen, and it's going to be a good weekend too. We got so much planned for you. And the website should be live this weekend. Making a website and making it how you want it is tough, but we'll get something out there for you folks. All right. Thank you so much.